Police in Seattle have cleared the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone in Seattle, which is also known as the CHOP Zone, which stands for Capitol Hill Organized Protest. Now, the decision was made to clear the area following the fourth shooting that took place in the vicinity of this demonstration or this protest. And I say that because the shootings happened either at the border of the protest or near the protest. And as a result, that allowed for the mayor to make the case that the area needs to be cleared out because it's dangerous. I want to be clear about something right now. The shootings are mysteries in a lot of ways. These stories are developing, and I am not going to pretend to know what happened during each of these shootings. We don't know. Based on the reporting that I've seen, none of the reporters who have reported on this locally know what happened. So I think it's important to say that, because anyone who has any type of definitive statement or decisive statement on this is absolutely full of crap. But I will give you what we know so far. The area has been cleared out. 30 people were arrested as police were trying to clear the area out. The most recent shooting happened early this week on June 29th, where a 16-year-old boy was unfortunately shot and killed, and a 14-year-old was injured in the shooting. So how did this all happen? In the videos that we have seen, there was a white SUV, a Jeep specifically, that was trying to drive into the barricade that was set up by the CHOP Zone. And as the vehicle was approaching the barricade, people in the CHOP Zone who saw the car as a threat opened fire. There are some reports indicating that someone had actually started the shooting from the Jeep. That has not been confirmed. That's just some of the statements coming from people who were part of the protest. But the two people in the Jeep were shot. One of them was that 16-year-old who did not survive. The other was a 14-year-old who remains in the hospital in serious condition. But it was the fourth shooting in 9 days. Now, the shooting amplified calls to bring law enforcement back to the East Precinct and shut down CHOP, though protesters say that the violence isn't connected to the movement. Monday's gun violence marked the second fatal shooting of a teenager in the area in little over a week. Lorenzo Anderson, who was 19, also died after being shot at the edge of the protest area in the early morning hours of June 20th. Again, I want to be clear, we don't know what led to that shooting. Lorenzo Anderson was shot at that border. He was shot one day after graduating high school, so it's a pretty devastating story. His mother claims that Lorenzo was not part of this movement at all. He wasn't part of the protest. She doesn't know why he was there, and she wants some answers. Medics argue that the reason why they didn't show up and help Lorenzo was because they had difficulty entering the CHOP Zone in order to provide medical help. That's their statement. Protesters allege that medics didn't even attempt to help, and that members of this demonstration had to drive Lorenzo to the hospital themselves. Also, I just want to note that in one of the shootings, there was a 33-year-old named DeJuan Young, and he spoke to local news and said that he believes he was shot by right-wingers, either members of the Proud Boys or the KKK. And he says that he believes that because right before opening fire, they had used a racial slur against him. So again, I just want to emphasize I don't even know how many times I've done that during this story. We don't have answers, confirmation. We don't know what happened in each one of these shootings. But what we do know is that 2 people have died and the protesters have been cleared out of that area.
Okay, there's a lot we don't know, but I think there's 3 things we do know. So first of all, DeJuan Young is very persuasive. I watched the interview in local news. Unfortunately, because of copyright issues, we can't show it to you. But he very clearly says that they use racial slurs and appear to be right wing. He does not. It doesn't appear that he is one of the protesters. So I don't see why he would have an agenda. And he's the one who got shot and almost killed. So you would think that he has a lot of motivation to get the right people and not the wrong people. So if somebody else shot him while saying something else, my guess is he would say it because he wants the guy caught because he almost killed him. So that is pretty persuasive, but that's only one of the incidents. That doesn't mean that it was every incident that was done by whoever those folks were. So now another thing that we know is the medics, the fire department, and the police were definitely not responding to calls. There was another situation where someone else in the chop zone was in a medical emergency. They called and the fire department would not come and medics would not come. Now, they don't have to come inside. People can bring the person who is injured to outside the chop zone. First of all, when you enter the chop zone, especially in the middle of the day, when one of these things happen, you don't immediately evaporate or explode. People don't immediately attack you. No, if you're a medic, of course they're gonna bring you to the person who is hurt. But even if you didn't believe that, they certainly will bring you the person right outside of the chop zone. No, they're not going on purpose as a ha, look at us. Without us, you're gonna die. And in fact, maybe we'll help you along by not showing up. So the people who didn't show up should be investigated and immediately fired, okay? Now, the third thing that's clear is these things don't work. And now leftists can get mad at me. I was at Occupy and so they had the same exact problems as they have here. I was at a high level Occupy meeting. I was just observing and I ideologically agree with them. Everybody knows that, meaning that there's massive problems with the way that our system is right now, political and economic systems, right? So they were trying to decide if they were going to send someone on TV to talk for them, and they couldn't agree on who it should be. And what I sense is my opinion is everybody was filled up to here with ego while pretending not to have any ego. And they're like, oh, well, if he's gonna go on TV, then I don't want anyone going on TV. If she's gonna go on TV, then I don't want anyone going on TV. If it isn't me, it shouldn't be anyone. They'll never tell you that, but it was oozing out of that room. Now, do I know for a fact that's what happened in the chop zone? No, but the reports indicate they have disagreement about who should be the leader, who should speak to the press, who should go on TV for them, and they decide at the end, and let's say it's not about ego, they just believe in anarchy. Well, we shouldn't have a leader. Okay, when you don't have a leader and you don't have any organization, well, what you have is a mess. And that's what this was. It started with great intentions, and there are good people there, and the people there overwhelmingly are peaceful, and they're trying to do the right thing. And police should be defunded. Defunded as in find a different way to disperse the money, restructure the police, retrain them, start from scratch. But to me, if you're saying abolish the police and we'll all hold hands together and we don't ever need policing, that is just absurd. You will not get Americans to agree to that. I do not agree to that. And what did you guys do in the chop zone too? And I remember it Occupy, because reasonably you want to protect people who are there. So you would do patrols. Now you did them in a way that is much more kind and better and connected to the community than the police did. But that's still a form of policing because we do not live in utopia. So we're not, there's still gonna be bad guys, including right-wing bad guys. So it's absurd to say we don't need any policing ever. And so this was bound to be a failed experiment with no policing, no leadership, no organization. So if leftists want to get mad at me and say, no, anarchy is awesome and next time it'll work, you're wrong, it won't work next time either. You should do the protest and then you should change the system. And by the way, now the right wing gets to say, you see that? If you defund the police, this is what happens. No, if you defund the police, you still have the pool of money that then gets allocated, some to policing, some to social works, some to medicine, etc., in a way that is much more responsive to the community. This is not what defunding the police looks like. And if you give off that impression, you're greatly damaging the movement.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.